What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing out there? And before we get started with today's topic, I must thank each and every one of you guys for the likes, comments, shares, and most importantly, the subscriptions. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that energy going all the way through the rest of the month, man. I appreciate the comments and the subscriptions that I'm getting. So if you're new to the channel, this is your first time actually viewing one of my videos, man, thank you. Welcome. Have a seat. And how can you have a seat on this channel? It's simply by subscribing, man. So make sure that you're hitting that subscription button at the bottom of the page. That way you can get all the latest and greatest content that I'll be releasing. But let's get right off into it, man. So I really want to talk to y'all real quick and give you my opinion on K-Shine. Now my opinion on K-Shine in this particular video has kind of developed because I saw an IG live between Chess and Tay Rock. Shout out to both of them, respectfully. But then I saw a 15 Minutes of Fame interview. Shout out to Uncle Ra with K-Shine. And to me, it showed the differences in those videos and showed the difference in leadership in battle rap groups. And as it pertains to solely battle rap groups, K-Shine is the best leader in the URL and probably in battle rap, as it pertains again to like the NWX's, your EFBs, Cave Gang, Team Hami, things of that nature. Shout out to all those groups, but K-Shine is just different, man. And I think we really need to analyze that and really get this man his credit. So for me, I have an athletic background. I played football, basketball, and ran track all through high school. Went to college and played football, played arena football as well. So I have been, and you know what I'm saying, I'm an advocate in my community. So I've been in leadership positions and leadership roles throughout my life. And I have a level of expectations for people who I think are leaders. The biggest thing is holding your group accountable. And that's what we need to talk about. K-Shine is doing that. Regardless of what you thought about between the Swamp and the Twerk battle, I personally had Swamp clearly beating him 3-0, called a smooth body. But K-Shine took Twerk on his Caffeine channel, The Dojo. By the way, if you are on Caffeine, definitely follow K-Shine's channel. And he publicly reprimanded him in front of the battle rap community because Twerk messed up in front of the battle rap community. That is the standard. If you mess up in public, you should get reprimanded in public. Now, I'm not saying that causes for every occasion, but an occasion so extreme like the Twerk and Swamp battle, because Twerk had been talking about this battle for months and had been putting this battle off for months, the performance that he gave was not acceptable for K-Shine and NWX. So I applauded K-Shine on his ability to be real and be honest with Twerk on his disappointment in him as it pertained to that battle. This is what we need more of. This is what we need more of in our community, is accountability, man. Shout out to Battle Rap podcast. They just came out with the CPR chokes percentage rate. And that is showing a level of accountability. That's all that this is. You guys are being mad by the decisions that you're making, and you're mad because now the community is holding you accountable for your lackluster performances, for those performances that are ass. Let's be honest. Twerk's performance was ass. Yes, his second round was good, but again, 6 months, and that's the best you give me. Surf, your performance against Lux was hot ass. It was terrible. It was hot garbage. It was a body bag. Throw that shit away. And so when I look at K-Shine and I see his leadership tactics, you got to appreciate and you got to salute that, man. Being able to hold your peers accountable when you know that they're messing up and you know that they're not performing to the level that you expect and they're not really maximizing the potential that they have. That is what you want to see in a leader. And that is why I say K-Shine is the best leader out of all the battle rap groups in the URL, because he's consistent with that. And not only is he consistent with holding others accountable, he holds himself accountable. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? Summer Madness 6, Hitman Holla versus K-Shine. Definitely had Hitman Holla with a clear win in that. But ever since that battle, K-Shine has elevated every single time you've seen him. I mean, he's on a run right now that you can make the argument he hasn't clearly lost since that battle. That, what is that? 3-4 years ago at this point. So we really need to sit down and talk about Kayshawn, and it's time for him to get bigger places as well. When we talk about Rock starting to get God tiers, how come Kayshawn can't get no God tier? His resume, the names that he has on his resume, and the performances that he's given us consistently over the years, we don't even consider this a run because this is the standard that Kayshawn has set for himself. He has been one of the most consistent, and he's been one of the most consistent performers and battlers within the URL and within battle rap period for the last few years. So you have to acknowledge that. And so within the 15 Minutes of Fame interview, he talked about possibly battling a Loaded Lux and Murder Mook. And these were battles he didn't want to initially take because of the Harlem connection, that Borough really trying to unify themselves and take battle rap on as a community as one, which I get, you know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, Kayshawn, where you want to go, where you want your legacy to be, it's time that you get them God tiers. And you're right, Loaded Lux. I'm sorry, if Loaded Lux gives you that performance against a Kayshawn performance, who you really picking? You really gonna pick Loaded Lux? And for what? Based off his last performance and based off Kayshawn's last performance, are you really about to pick Loaded Lux in 3 rounds versus Kayshawn? You're crazy if you do. I'm letting you know right now because it's not going to be a good situation. I'm going to call it right now. If that match were to happen, and I want to see it happen, Summer Madness, personally, for me, I would have that 2-1 Kayshawn. Just being honest. His pen, his stage performance, his delivery, his focus level, he has a point to prove every single time. And he is not resting on the last battle and saying, "Oh, if I slip up in this one, they'll remember me for what I did a couple battles ago." No. Every battle he takes as if this is his last battle and this is the only thing we're going to remember him as. And that's the mentality that you need as a leader. You need to be able to hold others accountable and yourself accountable, and he does that. This is why I truly feel that Kayshawn is one of the greatest leaders, if not the greatest leader in battle rap groups. He shows this consistently. He's working with his younger guys. He doesn't just allow them to have these lackluster performances and then there's no conversation afterwards. They're breaking down performances like I would break down a game tape for a football game, asking questions like, what were you thinking here? Why did you move here? Why did you use that analogy? These are things that are going to help those younger guys, the twerks that's in this camp, the T-Tops. Even as great as T-Top is, he's still, you know what I'm saying, iron sharpens iron in that dojo, in that realm with NWX, constantly holding each other accountable. This is why they're consistently one of the stronger battle rap groups in battle rap, period, because the level of accountability that they have in NWX. Now, if you compare that to Tay Rock, who, again, when Tay Rock was addressing Chess, and Chess is openly telling Tay Rock, "Hey, man, I pretty much made up my bars the morning before B Magic because I didn't care. I wasn't motivated. But I wanted," what did Chess say? He said, "I wanted to make sure that I was still going to perform." How the hell you going to perform if you don't have no rounds ready? How are you going to perform well if you have no interest in the battle and you couldn't think of any motivation? So the motivation should have been the bag. That's the problem. The motivation is no longer the bag for y'all. The money does not motivate y'all to get up for battles. So why do y'all take battles? This is why I look at newcomers like Swamp, who only takes battles that he wants. So there is a level of urgency when he gets to these battles. He's emotionally attached to these battles. He's strategic in his moves. That's why everyone is gravitating towards Swamp, because he's making the right moves for his career. And Rock, I need you to understand that you are not being a good leader by letting this kind of bullshit just go and think, "Oh, well, I can laugh this off." No, you cannot laugh this off, because Chess was on a run where he was going to get Kayshawn. I think when Chess came back, he had the Geechee battle. Where did he go? He had the Geechee battle. He had the Twerk battle. He had the Tory Doe battle. He had the Arse battle, the O-Red battle, the Double Impact battle with Tay Rock against Loaded Hollows. He had all those battles, so he has a level of consistency. But I think during that time period where he was being consistent, Rock, you had greater influence on him. Now I think with the pandemic, his ability to kind of like navigate on his own. You guys are not spending as much time together, and you're focusing on really trying to improve your personal career and what people are perceiving you from the battle rap community. I think you've lost sight in actually nurturing and mentoring Chess. And for him to come off the John performance, where again that was a highly anticipated battle, and getting 30, then coming right into B Magic and getting 30 again, he now has back-to-back body bags. Like, what the hell is going on in the cave, Rock? What's going on in the cave? Because obviously there's no communications. Shout out to Av, man. Definitely glad that he is doing better and he's back at home and he's recovering from COVID-19. But Av, I need you to step up and talk to Chess, because again, Rock is not projecting the leadership that I personally would like to see in someone who calls themselves a leader. Rock, I think you need to take some notes from K-Shine's leadership book and apply those to Chess, because there's no reason for young superstars like Chess and for like Twork to be giving us these bullshit performances. We gotta tighten up. That's K-Shine. Salute to you, sir. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope you get Loaded Lux for Summer Madness. And I got you 2-1 clear. And it might be a 30 because I believe you have the ability to do that. This is Temperature Check. I am your host, Mr. Check the Temperature, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's up.